Hi. So we're on chapter 14. We're almost done. I think we have 17 chapters, so we're almost done. This one is called The Apes of Math. The Apes of Math. You remember his dad just taught him rule number 2, and he took him out for ice cream, and they had a good moment together. Okay? So I was making great progress. I could finally remember some things about being a gentleman. Number 1, remember, no hitting. Number 2, no insulting. That's saying mean things to each other. Number 3, no making anyone cry, even if she's a girl who has only one eye. Apologize if you break rule number 3. Don't duke it back. And lend a scratching hand to someone with pox, and take care of your things. I could hardly believe it. Suddenly I was closer to being a gentleman, but I was not any closer to having friends. Fortunately, I remember that I had some good advice about that from Calvin. It was right here in my PDK. So if you remember Calvin's rules, number 1, say hello. Number 2, just say hello. 3, trade baseball cards. 4, trade more baseball cards. 5, just trade baseball cards. The list was useless until I crossed off number 1, say hello, and number 2, just say hello. Now it was perfect, and, and since the advice had come from Calvin, I am sure that he meant his baseball cards. Ooh. On account that I didn't have any, and because he didn't write his name on his baseball cards, so it could only mean one thing. But I asked Calvin anyways. Calvin, I said, could I borrow a couple of your best cards? Sure, said Calvin. It was late and he was fast asleep. I should have been asleep too, but I'm often up with my flashlight reading or making lists because I'm afraid of the dark. It is a great time to talk to Calvin on account of he's always pretty agreeable, not like he is during the day, and it certainly sounds like Calvin said, Sure. The next day, I gave the Hank Aaron rookie to Pinky. Oh, this isn't good if you know who Hank Aaron is. He said nothing. Then I gave him the Carl, oh my word, Yatsurmitsky rookie. He said nothing. Then I had nothing else to give. Man, Pinky finally said. He stuffed the trading cards in his back pocket and walked away. Then slowly my life began to change. At recess, Pinky kicked the soccer ball past where I was standing. It was fantastic. Then during library time, Pinky grabbed Sam's book, so Sam grabbed it back. Then Pinky took it again, and Sam kicked him, which made Nia jump on Pinky. All this happened right in front of me, between the shelves on Earthquake and Volcano, and the shelves on Bats and Wells. So I had poked my arm. If I had poked my arm, I could have gotten it broken in several places, which is practically an invitation to jump right in, which I would have if the librarian didn't leap in first. Then in math class, we got a worksheet on the cost of Henry David Thoreau's house. So just list all these different prices of what his house cost. I'll read a couple, like boards, $8.03. So math is okay. I don't have to read anything out loud. No one holds their breath to see if I'm going to take my turn or pass. The first question asks, Which material cost Henry the least? That's easy. Next, how many bricks did Henry buy? That was easy too. Psst, hissed Pinky. What's the answer? I was on his radar again. I could hardly believe it. My dad and Calvin were right. Baseball cards really do work. Pinky leaned over and copied my answer onto his paper. Not only was I on Pinky's radar, but all of my answers were on his paper too. Then he motioned for Eli to copy his paper. Then Scooter leaned over and copied Eli. Ahem, said Flea. Flea has only one eye, which is okay, but unfortunately, that eye sees everything, which is annoying. Cheaters are losers, she said disapprovingly. Cyclops are losers, Pinky hissed back. Flea gasped. Fauntleroy, said Miss P. That's Pinky's real name. Fauntleroy. No wonder he goes by Pinky. But no one ever calls him that except for grown-ups. Would you please come up to the board and answer the first question? Pinky went up and wrote his answer. My answer. That's very good, Fauntleroy, said Miss P. You're getting quicker and better at math. Pinky beamed. Then he sat down. Flea gave him the eye. Then Eli's turn and Miss P, and he did a fine job. But when he got back to his seat, he got the eye too. So Flea is not liking this cheating. Mrs. Scott would have given you the eye too. Next, Scooter got his turn, and Mrs. P said he was great. Normally, he is not great in math. Numbers are a mystery to him. He got the eye. Then before I knew it, math class was over. In fact, school was over. And I never got my turn. Only the apes of math got turns. It was not fair. I was mad as a salmon swimming upstream. And so was Flea. Her eye was big and round. It's not really fair you didn't get your turn, said Flea, as we were leaving. I nodded. After all, they were all your answers, she added. Just as we passed Miss P standing in the doorway saying goodbye to everyone, I was really glad that Flea let Miss P know. And then, when I got on the bus, hey, buddy, Pinky said when I sat down. Buddy? He was calling me Buddy? You're okay, said Pinky, sitting down next to me. But you got to get rid of that girlfriend of yours. He laughed and pointed at Flea, who had sat down in the seat in front of me. I shrank. I knew that Flea took no nonsense, but Pinky didn't know. He was this close to taking an uppercut from her. Maybe you could play with us sometime, said Pinky. Really? I could hardly wait. The wheels on the bus went round and round, round and round, and we bounced up and down. It really says that. I just don't sing it just for fun. But you have to do a few things first, said Pinky. Like what? I will let you know, said Pinky. Does everyone have to do them, I asked. No, just you, said Pinky. That's the new rule, dude. I swallowed. Okay, I swallowed. Dude? That's the end. What do you think about what happened in that chapter? Oh, do you think they're really good friends? Oh, I don't know. Do you think he's gonna have to do something to Flea? I don't know. So, all right. So that was chapter 12. No, that was chapter 14. Okay. Hey, I hope you liked it. Make sure you listen careful. I hope you listen carefully and answer the questions. Okay. All right. I guess I'll see you Monday with chapter 15. 3 more chapters, 15, 16, 17. Bye.